The day my own son sold my car without even asking me. He smiled like he had done me a favor. I looked at the empty driveway, picked up my old bus pass, and quietly walked to the bus stop without saying a single word. He thought the story was over. It wasn't. Just a few hours later, before dinner even started, someone knocked on his door with a court notice that wiped the smile right off his face. Stay with me, because what happened after that changed our family forever. And if you enjoy emotional family stories with powerful endings, subscribe to Behind Dad so you never miss another one. Also, the pictures you see throughout this video are only imagined scenes created to help you visualize my story. They are not real photos of my family. My name is Robert. I'm 70 years old, and driving wasn't just about getting from one place to another. My car carried memories of road trips with my late wife, early morning fishing trips, and every birthday surprise I ever planned for my son, Jason. Even after my wife passed away, that car reminded me that I still had freedom. Then one morning Jason walked into my house holding my keys. He told me I was getting too old to drive and said it was dangerous. Before I could even respond, he admitted he had already sold the car because he thought it was the right thing to do. I felt like someone had stolen a part of my life. I wanted to argue, but I looked into his eyes and realized he had already made up his mind. So I simply nodded, wished him a good day, and walked to the nearest bus stop wondering when my own opinion had stopped mattering. That bus ride felt longer than any trip I had ever taken. Every stop reminded me that I no longer had the freedom to go wherever I wanted. I kept asking myself if growing older meant losing the right to make my own choices. Still, I stayed quiet because I never wanted my son to think I cared more about a car than our relationship. When I reached home, I made myself a cup of coffee and tried to accept what had happened. Then my phone rang. It was Jason, but this time his voice sounded completely different. He wasn't confident anymore. He sounded nervous. He told me someone had delivered legal papers to his house. I could hear the panic in every word. The buyer of my car had discovered a serious issue after the sale and claimed Jason had sold the vehicle without the legal owner's permission. Jason kept saying he didn't understand how this could happen. I closed my eyes because I already knew the answer. My name was still the only one on the title. I had never signed anything. Deep inside, I wasn't happy that he was in trouble. I was heartbroken that he had believed he could make such a big decision without even speaking to me first. That evening, Jason came to my house carrying the court notice and shaking hands. He looked nothing like the confident man who had taken my keys a few hours earlier. He admitted he thought he was protecting me, but he also admitted he never respected my right to choose. I opened the drawer where I had kept every document connected to that car for years. The title, registration, insurance papers, and maintenance records all carried one name. Mine. His shoulders dropped the moment he saw them. For the first time in a long while, he apologized without making excuses. I could see real regret in his eyes. I told him I wasn't angry because of the car. I was hurt because my own son decided my life without asking me. That pain stayed with me far longer than losing any vehicle ever could. Together we contacted the buyer, explained the situation honestly, and worked through the legal process. It wasn't easy, but the truth finally replaced the lies that had started everything. That day Jason learned something no courtroom could ever teach him. Respect should always come before good intentions. Months later I was still taking the bus sometimes, but now it was by choice instead of force. Jason often offered to drive me, yet before making any decision, he always asked, "Dad, what do you want?" Those simple words healed more than he probably realized. They reminded me that I was still his father, not a problem waiting to be managed. Looking back, I understand people worry about the ones they love. But love without respect can become control before anyone notices. If this story has taught me anything, it's that growing older never takes away a person's dignity or voice. Thank you for listening to my story. As always, the images shown in this video are creative illustrations to help tell my memories and are not real family photographs. If this story touched your heart, tell me in the comments what you would have done if you were in my place. Share this story with someone who believes parents deserve respect at every age. Subscribe to Behind Dad for more emotional stories that stay with you long after the video ends. Remember this lesson: never make life-changing decisions for someone you love without first giving them the respect of being heard.